All right, we're live again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the late night live stream. Hope you guys are doing all right. My apologies for showing up this late. Yeah, work primes, of course. We're doing long days. Hope everybody's doing great in this research of the pandemic and stuff. Hope everybody's healthy. And of course, I'm hoping you've been doing healthy trades, especially watching my channel. But nonetheless. All right. Well, first of all, simple routine. We're gonna have a look at all the streams and see if we are streaming on all the platforms. Twitch is still being twitchy. Well, oh, Twitch is online. There we go. Oh my god. Hello, welcome Twitchers. Um, yeah, well, the meat and potatoes, the big sauce. What's happening? Um, Bitcoin has been doing some really strong moves in the past few days. But now is the question, how far will it go? Is this bull run just going to keep on going to new all-time highs and stuff? Or are we going to see a retest of a higher area right now? Um, Basically, let's do a little recap of the situation of yesterday. Like I said, we need to find some support. I was more aiming for the 12,500, 12,300 area. We did not break the 12,700. And what does this mean? Of course, every level has different implications, right? Um, so what happened? We did just take support here and continued our way up, but we do see a strong rejection here at the 13,220. On ByBit it says 20,250, but somewhere around that region. Now we are moving back up, probably for a retest of this area, and then we're gonna have to see what actually is going to happen. Now, if we manage to break above the 13,250 area, we might start a potentially building up a bullish divergence pattern. Also, just reaching the same level and rejecting it could also give like more of a, what did I say? Did I say bullish? I said bearish. I meant to say bearish. I'm sorry, after a long day of work, sometimes my words get mixed up. And yeah, just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm not gonna try to extend this stream for way too long. Oh, first I need to start recording. Yeah, we're recording. It's good. So, after this rejection of the 13,250-ish area, we see that we bounced off of the last support. So this area here, this node, the red line is just a point of control, and look, it does actually line up with the blue line that I drew yesterday. So like I said, this was a possible point of support. I was very not enthusiastic of that level because bouncing off of this level is not really a big accumulation phase. It doesn't allow for traders who have been taking profit here to line up and start entering their positions. So we did see a nice run up, but now is the question, are we going to test and fail, or are we going to test and break? What's gonna happen if we break this this level of 13,250-ish? depending on which exchange you're at. Now that is the question. First, on the 1 hour chart, I want to have a look here at the stochastics. Stochastics are starting to angle and to curl up slightly. This doesn't mean that we already started a downward momentum. We're still in the bullish control zone, but seeing them angle over like we see here usually already insinuates that we're gonna have like a little snaking to the downside. Now what's important here is that RSI is sitting at really low levels right now. We're sitting, well, not that low. We're in the bullish area. We're at 67.45, but compared to the highs here of these areas, 87, 84, 85, this is ways away. Now the question is, this is a 1 hour chart, okay? Because I will hammer on this fact, because if once we're gonna start moving up to the higher time frames, you're gonna see that this picture actually changes. Okay, so but this is short term. Are we live now or what? Yeah, it looks like we're live. Looks like we're back. Okay, I'm sorry for the interruption. I need to get this sorted. This is unacceptable. Now I lost my entire train of thought. Oh yeah. RSI levels. So in order not to have a bearish signal, we would need to see price pump up that high that we would break at least the 85 level on the RSI. So let's just have a little magic numbers show, and let's see how far 85 is up there. So yeah, in order not to be bearish or not to have a bearish signal, we would have to break 13,900. That is, if we start reaching above this area here, 13,250, if we start reaching above, closing above these candles, then we would need to see price go above 13,900 in order not to get a bearish signal. So is this far away? Is this within the realm of possibilities? Quite frankly, it is. See, yesterday we were sitting a little bit lower, but yeah, right now we're gonna, oh, I did it again. Right now we're gonna adjust this so that, there we go. There we go, that looks good enough. So this is the area we want to see to get broken in order not to have a bearish signal. Is this possible? It is possible. But what was I expecting yesterday? I was expecting rather, if we touch the 12,700, we would see or expect another retest of this area. And this is where we might see a little more downtrend. I said also, if we manage to move slowly sideways and come and test the 12,500, 12,300, this would have been like a very healthy move. And this is where we could expect a lot more of the upwards continuation. Of course, I could be wrong. You know, do not trade just because I said like, oh, he says it's gonna go down, and now we're gonna start shorting the crap out of it. No, please don't do this. Make your own TA. This is just the way I like to analyze price action, and I try to think ahead and then start making a plan depending on which one of the possible scenarios is going to play out. Yeah. Now, let's have a look at the higher time frames so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go to the 3-hour chart. As you can see on the 3-hour chart, we do have a little bit of a different picture. RSI is still sitting way up there. This is the prior high of 87.6. Let's have a look at what price would be needed to go above 87.6. So, for the 3-hour chart, the 3-hour chart closing in 1 hour and 12 minutes. For the 3-hour chart, closing above 13,390, which is more or less here. Let's mark it off. This would already be good enough to not have a full-on bearish signal, which is good. Right now, we do have a higher high and we do have a lower high on the RSI. So for now, this is a little bit of a dodgy situation. If we manage to break higher than this and close above it, then, you know, things might turn out really good. Then maybe we have a retest of one of the green or the blue lines here, and we will just keep on going. But of course, this is there's still a lot to be played. This candle closes in 1 hour and 11 minutes. Now let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart paints more or less the same picture. 88.7 is what we need to break. 87 as well. Let's stick to 87.6. Here we see that we can manage that we're good if we were to close at 13,326. So again, this is already a little bit lower. Let's do it like here. So now stochastics here are angled nicely up in the bullish control zone, which is looking very positive, of course. If we were to reach above it, with RSI already being so exhausted, this would for me just be the last confirmation of, okay, we're very bullish, everything is looking good, and now we're just going to cool off a little bit and we're going to start looking for entry points. People are going to start buying the dips, so we're going to be able to see quite some support coming out from one of those areas. I'm expecting more the 12,700. I don't think 13,000 is going to be strong enough, but we do still have this nice node here. Let's move up to the 10-hour chart. Now the 10-hour chart, we don't see anything of particular. What we do see is that we are still not at the high of this peak here. Now, like I said, because this is in the past and we already had like a bearish divergence play off of it, I don't know how strong of a signal this could be. I think right here we're just in the formation of something new. But of course, beware, a lot is still to be played. And on the other hand, if we're going to start zooming out, we are actually getting ready of starting to make new highs. If we were to close above the 13,900 line, which is sitting right here, this also corresponds with the highest point of this last year in June bull run. Which is interesting. So we would be having a really new higher high since this entire crab fest that that lines up with this. So this would be really good for price, but of course eventually things are going to start breaking down. Eventually people are going to start taking profit massively, and we might see a correction, like a major correction or maybe a smaller correction. As volume is sitting right here, I don't think we're gonna see below 12,000 very soon. Are we going to see 14,000 pretty soon? This is possible, but I would actually still be expecting people to be taking profit. This is my skeptical mind talking right now. Now, if we go to the downside, how would we measure this? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find some sort of a trend line that makes sense. I think this here is the best we can do. So from this formation till here, it's actually from here to here, this is a whole new formation that we've been building. Very nice and strong. But as you can see here, we also have such a nice formation, and then it starts to get choppy. Of course, here we still had our history and our past that was working against us. Now we are shooting way above it. This one is hard to tell. Me, personally, my opinion, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a sideways action because, like I said, a lot of people took profit. Eventually they want to get back in. Nobody in their right mind as a good trader is going to jump on a train that left the station, right? Does that make sense? So right now I would actually more be inclined of saying be cautious, be careful, don't short the market right now, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you are a veteran trader, I'm pretty sure you could be making tons of money in millions of ways. But for those who are actually looking at my channel, I'm pretty sure you do have a little bit of understanding of trading. You're mature enough to understand the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But yeah, still, for now, I would try to keep away as much as possible from the short button. Maybe a little snipe, maybe a little scalp. This could always be fun, especially if you see that we hit like a strong rejection. You can make a little bit of money off of that. Quick scalp, sure. But I don't think this is the area where you want to enter a long-term short. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it really short today. This here also is looking like, yeah, what can I say? This is an uptrend. If we break above these highs, you can see there is not a lot of volume that's going to stop us. But yeah, still, it looks a little bit toppy to me here. Oh yeah, I think this is more or less what I have to say about Bitcoin for today. I'm sorry that this is not going to be a long stream, but yeah, there's not much more that you can say, right? Um, let's have a look at the 2-hour chart, what the 2-hour chart is doing. Right here, we do see like a trend line where we bounced off of. And this is interesting because this trend line is actually angling up. Now we see also that the stochastics here are starting to curl. Maybe they're going to retest this trend line. Maybe they're gonna break it. Let's see what happens if they break it. Let's have a look at 12,700 and see what kind of magic numbers pop up when we enter this into the Biggs indicator. 12,700. Let's do 720 because it said 720. Oh, maybe I need to turn it on. Yeah. Show me the money. So when we drop to 12,720, we would read an RSI of 54.2. 54.2. What does that imply? Well, we would, on the 2-hour, start seeing a very bullish signal if we go down and retest this lower area here, which is a really good thing. I think as this line has been serving as a strong support, if we start moving down more, I think it's fair to say there's going to be a lot of people who are going to try to jump in on the better price. Yeah, it's very, very fair to say. We already decided that on the higher time frames, 13,000, let's say 1350 to cut it right in the middle, would be a good area where we do negate the bearish signals. Yeah, I think that's more or less what I have to say. Let's have a quick look at the dollar to see what the dollar is doing. Yeah, dollar is making a little move to the upside today. I'm gonna delete all these and this and this. Let's make it clean again. So right now, dollar seems like it's recovering. We don't have any divergences to be seen, not on the 2-hour time frame. Maybe a little smudge on the 6-hour time frame, but I think this can be easily overlooked. Now, for now, yeah, the dollar is trying to recover. We do hit like some sort of a resistance area here. I am going to mark this one off. And let's see if the dollar is able to pull through and see new higher highs. E-mini futures, E-mini futures. All right, so we did have the bullish divergence. Is this bullish? Yeah, bullish divergence here and here. We did get a little more of a downside, a retest of the down area, creating an even stronger bullish divergence between this and this. So yeah, E-mini futures might start pumping up pretty soon again. Let's look at the S&P. Whoa. Yeah. You know, the later it gets, the more stupid stuff I'm going to do. So please try to forgive me about this. So we have bullish divergence between those 2 points. This larger area, I think this is on the higher or the lower time frames. Let's have a look at the daily. No, the daily is looking good. Looks like we will start picking up some upward momentum again. Also, stochastics is starting to curl back up, which is a good sign. So yeah, maybe Bitcoin and the stock markets might start to see a little more correlation again. A few days ago, people were starting to think the two of them were starting to decouple, which was actually, yeah, safe to say, because the stocks were going down as Bitcoin was going up. But now today I start to have a feeling that all markets are going to start seeing some green days again. But the dollar, yeah, dollar, still a little bit of a questionable area, especially between this area and this one here. Could already have played out. That's perfectly possible. Let's mark it off. This one being this and this. We could say that this already played out, but is this the end of it? If markets are going to see more green days, then maybe dollar might see a little more red days. But this is a maybe. Right now, as you can see, we're heading for this possible potential resistance line, and yeah, it's just playing the waiting game and seeing where it all goes. Well, little recap for Bitcoin, BTC. If we break above 13,350, everything go, everything green, and a lot more highs could be seen. Let's have a look just for the fun of it. This is a 2-hour chart. 88. Looks more than what I said earlier, huh? We didn't look at the 2-hour charts, did we? So 88. Yeah, the 2-hour chart, in order not to be bearish on the 2-hour chart, we also need to break the 13,900. The 3-hour chart and the higher ones are a little bit more forgiving. As you can see, let's call it 88 also. That's 13,400. It seems like it's moving up. Like I said, this indicator is like a live recalculation of what's happening. So as time progresses, as this price moves, then of course the needed extra boost is going to be more or less. So of course this is not set in stone, but yeah, let's call it 420. I like the number, right? Come on, come on, come on. There we go, 420. 420 for everybody. Yeah, so if we break on the higher time frames 13,420, then possibly we might see a little retest of one of these areas, 13,000, 12,700, maybe possible. If we do not, we are starting to form a bearish signal, and this is where I will be expecting more of the downtrend, more of the lower areas. In order to get a nice bullish signal, if and when we drop down from a bearish divergence, because bearish divergence, I usually see them follow through until we start seeing a bullish divergence. Usually. So let's go with this low here, because this is a nice local low, and this is sitting at 55. Let's enter 55 in the magic number, and this would be 12,650. So yeah, if we don't close in the next hour or on the next higher time frame candles, could be in 6 hours, could be like in 9 hours, confirmation will be that if we start closing and reach below here the 13,000 line, I would expect that this is a rejection, and this is where we are going to be facing a little more down, and 12,700 already, maybe a little bit lower, would be a very nice entry point, because this would give us on the 3-hour chart a bullish divergence, and this is where price could already start making a chance to come back up. If we close above 13,420 on the lower time frames, it even says higher, we would need 13,900. So it's a big range. It's a big range. So yeah, if we close above this, start looking for some more highs to this area, but yeah, no promises there. Of course, a lot could happen. It's possible. This is the land of magic money. I know this was very, very all over the place. One, I'm being so freaking tired, and two, for now we're in an uptrend. In an uptrend, there's not much more than you can say. If as long as everything doesn't show strong bearish signals, there's going to be pullbacks, and you know, like the saying goes, buy the dip, and keep buying the dip until you make money, and then you take profit. This is what everybody is doing. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm sorry for rambling from time to time. My apologies for this. If you want to support my channel, I do have an affiliate link on ByBit. ByBit is a derivatives exchange. Now, I heard quite some different stories about how derivatives work, so I make it a mission now to to find out exactly what this is all about. There's futures being traded, there's derivatives, there's leverage trading, there's spot. I would like to really dig deep into this so I can bring you this this information. But yeah, if you like to support my channel, please use my affiliate link, sign up to ByBit, get the bonuses, send me an email. You can find my email address on the website, which is in the other corner right over there, wolvesofbybit.com. Send me an email with the email address or your user ID you signed up with, and then I will give you access to the VIP Discord, where you can reach me 24/7, ask all your questions. I'm trying to start a really nice community where you can throw your ideas around and maybe try figure out some new strategies and stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna leave you to it. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay COVID free. Happy trading, all the best of the best, and whatever good stuff I can wish to you. Thank you. Tune in next time. Bye-bye.